Welcome back.
To Marriage Beyond the Veil. Well, today I want to talk about the parental bed. But it's not what you think. So when you have children, a lot of times in the early stages of their life when they're infants, a lot of times you will put them in the bed or near the bed with you because it's more convenient when they wake up 9,000 times during the night to feed them, right?
That would be correct.
All right. And so
and for crying, and for diaper changes.
Yes, and all of that. And plus, you can share the wealth with your partner, especially if you're breastfeeding. It's okay. I breastfed now. Go change. Then, as they get older, sometimes the kids get used to being in the bed. And then we had some little bed lovers, and you have to transition them out. So that's one whole phase of life. But then there comes another phase of life as you get older. And things shift, like in the case of my parents or older adults, then the parental bed sometimes becomes a different type of bed. It becomes a caregiving bed. And when I say that, I mean that, now one is caring for the other in your love relationship. And so this bed goes through many, many changes throughout the courses of a marriage. But what I wanted to share with you is that it's a loving place. It's a place where a child's life they can find their comfort, they can find their joy.
Child's life can be conceived.
Definitely conceived. Start, and then it'll begin to see their independence as well when you transition them out. But at the same time, your love partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, as things can change, Alzheimer's or an illness, it can become another type of loving place, a caregiving loving place.
Yeah. It's interesting when you think about it, the different transitions of the bed and what the primary focus is. Because when you're newlyweds, it's one thing, but then when you become parents, it's another thing, and then when you become grandparents, it's another thing, and then when you become a parent in need of care, it's a totally different thing. So yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, that bed transitions, and but the one thing that I always, with the bedroom, I always want it to be, and I've always wanted to be a very comfortable place, a very loving place, a very warm place, and even now with adult kids, if they know knock on the door and they need to come in, it's okay because that's a comfort spot where they were conceived, and where they were nurtured. And then at some point in time, they may have to come in and jump in with us to comfort us.
And nurture us.
And nurture us as we get older. So,
well, until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Have a good evening.